Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. Whether you're new or returning, I'm glad that you're here. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you don't know what I mean by that, in the description box below, I'll include a playlist, and towards the bottom of the playlist will be an introductory video explaining how these general readings work. Also within that playlist is any other resources you may find that may interest you. So go ahead and check out the playlist included in the description box below. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So before I start, I do want to point out by saying that energy is fluid, and I could be talking about anything that if it relates to you as like something that you're personally going through, or if it's relating to someone that just take it how it resonates. So we're going to go ahead and get into the reading because time's a wasting. So the signs that came up specifically are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you showed up in your own reading. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, and Gemini all specifically came up within the read of the pre-shuffle channel, is what I mean to say. The first part of the reading. Mercury retrograde, please forgive me. I do have communication issues during Mercury retrograde, especially with it being in Gemini. So, yeah. And my Mercury is in Taurus, so it really throws everything off for me. Okay, so this is about the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and ninth houses, respectively. The first house is the house of self. It's who you are. It's how you project yourself to the world. Second house, it regards your self-value, your self-worth, the money that you make, your assets, your possessions, things like that. The third house, this is the social house. This is people around you. This is your friends, your family, your coworkers, your boss, anybody, your neighbor, people you regularly talk to and regularly work with in some capacity that would have some sort of a pull in if someone around you has an opinion about something that is negative that you're trying to do, then that person around you is somebody who's an interference for your life and your personal happiness, as an example. And we're going to get more into that in the pre-shuffle channel. This is about the fourth house, which is about home and family and protection and security. And this is about the fifth house, which is about romance, children, pets, creativity, and matters of the heart. And the ninth house, which is about religion, spirituality, travel, expansion, philosophy, higher learning. This is what this is all about. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Remember that everything happens for a reason. This is not the time to wallow in the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, and it's time to do something about it. Despite any fear that you may be feeling around these situations that you're seeing as a missed opportunity. in any of the houses that I had described, right? It's time to take charge of your life and find solutions that benefit the highest good of yourself and your sense of who you are as a person. The solution to a possible deception, or at the very least, some confusion surrounding fourth and fifth houses. And just to recap, the fourth house is confusion within home and family comfort and security, and confusion within the fifth house, which is children, pets, creativity, romance, and matters of the heart. So once you're able to make sense of the situation by gaining divine clarity beforehand. Oh, hold on a second. Let's back up. The solution to a possible deception, or at the very least, it was confusion surrounding the fourth and fifth houses, which I won't explain again. Once you've been able to make sense of the situation, and how to make sense of the situation is by having that divine clarity beforehand. So this is somebody who already knows what's going on and what they need to do. It's time for us to be bold and represent our true, authentic selves, wholly and completely, and have our own backs by cutting loose anything that is toxic, painful, full of worry, pressure, burden, sadness, anger, jealousy, and confusion, etc. But just to name a few. And wherever that dinged, that's something to pay close attention to. Okay? I don't remember where it dinged. I didn't want to lose my place. So it's time to balance ourselves, our minds, our hearts, our bodies, and our finances. But most of all, our soul. It's time to learn new things, which is higher learning, right? Ninth house. It's time to learn new things regarding how, why, and what tools to utilize that are readily at our disposal, disposal to use, and to use responsibly, maturely, and in the most peaceful way possible. It's time to bring back projects or things we meant to do that got put off, and it's time to reevaluate, reprioritize, and reestablish ourselves, our goals, and our projects. It's time to take charge of learning how to do these things, or just actually getting down to taking action in these areas. If you don't need to learn anything new, then it's just about taking action in the area that you know needs taken action in. With the exception of one thing. If you are a feminine, or if you are a divine feminine dealing with a divine masculine who is not speaking to you, that is within your home, and this is a romantic partnership that is on hold, this is not something that you can take charge of. This is the divine masculine's thing to take charge of. But any other situation, it's something to take charge of. Okay? I just wanted to clear that up. Because as divine feminines, it is our job to be receptive to the divine masculine. And if the divine masculine is not reciprocating or saying anything, then it's still not the time to communicate with the divine masculines at this time, as long as they're silent. So it is the divine masculine's job to take action on what they would need to do to calm down a situation within the home concerning a romantic partnership. But anything else that a divine feminine could be dealing with in other areas regarding any of these houses, this is the time to take action on them in what I've already said and what I'm going to continue to say throughout the rest of this channel. It's time to take charge of learning how to do these things, or just actually getting down to taking action in these areas. Okay, I've already said that. So take your great ideas and don't allow your life challenges to keep you from making progress and transforming your life. It's the time to clear up any and all communication issues with those in your home, family, children, romantic partners at this time. You can manifest new beginnings in areas and situations with others if you are coming from an open, honest, and loving heart space when you're speaking your truths. You already know what you need to do and what you should do. So now is the time for the month of June to open your heart and speak honestly from your heart, revealing all secrets or clearing up misunderstandings and miscommunications that had negatively affected and impacted you and those closest to you in the recent past. It is imperative that you make the choice that reflects your ultimate happiness, and do this swiftly. Be brave. The potential is very, very high for a happy ending to this situation because I saw the 10 of Cups. It results in radical forgiveness following the talk. Karmic cycles have successfully closed and spiritual growth awaits you, as well as emotional, mental, and physical growth is on the horizon once this conversation takes place. It's important to start slowly with a detailed action plan because there is so much more to be done in time once these connections with loved ones within the home and family partnerships, including romantic partnerships. So it's important to start slowly, have a detailed action plan, and there's so much more that needs to be done once these issues are cleared up within these areas. Everything has come full circle for you, and you see things clearly now. It's time to have your actions reflect what you believe and what you know in your heart to be true and what's always been true for you. It's time to choose yourself, your desires, your needs, your self-value, and self-worth by having your actions reflect defending your home and family, including these partnerships. This is for divine masculines. If this doesn't happen, so if the talk doesn't happen, then it will affect your first, second, and fourth house significantly and negatively. The first house is the house of self and how you feel about yourself and how others see you in the world. So it'll affect your reputation and how you feel about yourself. It'll reflect how your self-worth and your self-value. It'll impact your finances. It could impact your place of living, losing possessions. And it would also impact your fourth house as well, which is home, family, security, stability, nurturing. So this is a big, big message. What am I saying? I'm saying that if the divine masculine does not make their move in clearing up issues, communication issues with their divine feminines, it will affect the following things significantly and negatively. It'll affect your reputation, how you see yourself in the world. It'll reflect your self-value. It'll impact your self-worth. It'll impact the money that you make. It'll impact your possessions, your home, your family, your comfort, and your stability. Be Careful. All right? There is no secret in the world that has such a high, how do I want to say this? There is no reason in the world that not having this communication with your divine feminine no secret in the world is worth losing so much over. What I'm trying to say, especially when there's such a high success rate, that there will be forgiveness and moving forward with the feminine once again. It doesn't matter what the secret is. Your secret must be exposed if there's a secret. If it's not a secret, then like I said, it's miscommunication and misunderstandings that need resolved. Because having the first, second, and fourth house negatively impacted like this is your security and your stability and your foundation of who you are as a person. Your stability and living the life that you live. No secret is worth jeopardizing any of these things, especially all of these things. And we don't want to do that, all right? So now that I finally spit out what I wanted to say, please excuse me for my communication issues. I am trying very hard to communicate effectively. It's not working very well. And I don't edit because I don't believe that it's authentic. And I don't even know how to do it anyway. And I'm not going to, because I want to be in my authenticity. I want y'all to see my little stumbles and mistakes and my imperfections, as well as my successes and the things that I do well. So, getting back to finishing this up. So, holding back your truth and not cutting out all that influences you negatively will result in huge losses in all of these houses, and growth and progress will be halted, as well as your complete success. So, Virgo and cross watchers, now's not the time to be stubborn, right? It's time to have this talk, get it out of the way, because 9 times out of 10, you will be forgiven. Excuse me. And y'all will move forward slow and steady. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the reading. I'm getting into the Archangel Power Tarot cards, which I call my God cards, which is what the divine and the universal energies are doing to provide Virgo and cross watchers energetically to help us with these things. So we have the Three of Swords in reverse with the King of Wands in reverse. So this fire sign, or this Virgo with fire in their chart, they didn't act in their integrity, but they did release the past, and they have been healing their hearts. So they've been doing the work in private. Three of Swords in reverse gets the Seven of Cups in reverse. So this is releasing that pain and heartbreak and guilt, and it's releasing outside negative influences. It's releasing mental confusion. decisions have been made, so it's time to take action. And it's definitely time to detox away from toxic people. Let's just go ahead and see what comes out for what the divine and the universe is doing to help Virgo and cross watchers go forward with this talk, to initiate this talk. That was too many cards, so, and they didn't fall. Oh. Thank you. All right. So, what's important for us to know? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. This is someone who has not been making their dreams a reality. They've been holding back from that. At the top of the deck is the Six of Swords. They've been running away from making their dreams a reality. And they've been running away from being happy as well. So the three cards that came out was the Three of Swords, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So this, without even getting into what the cards are saying on the actual cards themselves, this is saying that the Queen of Wands, the counterpart to the King of Wands, both are in the we saw both in the reverse, okay? The Queen of Wands still has to release heartbreak from the past in order to move forward. There can be no collaboration, no working together until the Queen of Wands in reverse releases the past and this heartbreak. So, synchronicities, we have 313. That is an angel number as well. This is about releasing the past, and you will grow from this situation, and time heals all wounds. Being able to go within and release all of that pain as well. Queen of Wands, remember who you are. Remember that you have what it takes to get through healing your heart, so that you can collaborate with your counterpart. People aren't doing what they love in this situation, and they're not treating each other with love either. I don't feel like I need to get into that any further. So, Holy Spirit is really just impressing upon us right now that the Divine Feminine really needs to heal her broken heart and release the past. Forgive her Divine Masculine in order to move forward in a healthy and loving way. So, what are the angels doing to help in this situation? Please and thank you. How I typically do this is I pull 6 to 8 cards, and then once I do that, I read the cards. There's 1, 2. It's the second time I saw the King of Pentacles. Except first time I saw the King of Pentacles, it was in the reverse. And now I'm seeing him in the upright. King of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So, that's y'all. Virgo and cross watchers. So that's 3 cards. 4. Let's get 4 more, please. There's the 5th. I guess they want to pop them out one at a time. Just need 3 more cards, please, and thank you. 2 more. I see the 3 of Pentacles in reverse again. Waiting for 1 more card. Second time I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles in the upright. The bottom of the deck, we have Judgment in the reverse. See? Judgment. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's card 52. Breaks down to a 7. 7th house of partnerships. This is about errors that have been made that have not been apologized for. The Knight of Wands is in the reverse at the top of the deck. 24 breaks down to a 6. 6th house of work. Work, daily duties, scheduling, investigation, making lists, things like this. The situation is protected despite what anybody may think. So, the first cards that we have out is the Moon in reverse with the 4 of Pentacles in the upright. I saw the Moon in the pre-shuffle in the upright, and now it's in the reverse. So the angels have already provided the divine revelation that is needed on both sides. There were messages that were revealed. And the Moon is ruled by Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But more so Cancer, Pisces. The 4 of Pentacles. So we need to hang on to these truths that were learned, right? This is the 6th house again. We're not going to go into that again, but this is about forgiving the self on both sides. Forgiving self, forgiving each other, and releasing the past and starting from a clean slate. This is also about the angels are providing opportunities to cure mental illness. Like, for example, one or both people could be in counseling together or separately or both. And the angels are providing deliverance from persecution. So there will be no persecution. This talk needs to happen. And there shouldn't be too much backlash from it as long as both parties are communicating from their heart effectively and honestly and openly. The next set of cards we have out is the King of Pentacles in the upright with the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is the second time we've seen the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. There may be some temptation to not want to collaborate and work with the King of Pentacles. But whatever this King of Pentacles has to say, you're Virgo, Could be Taurus or Capricorn. But whatever this person has to say that has fire in their chart and water as well. Could also have Gemini in there as well because Gemini came up too. But anyhow, what this person has to say causes harmony and peace and calms anger in anyone. And the angels are helping the King of Pentacles to be obedient, to not collaborating with mentally forcing people, places, and things, like controlling things, controlling people. And the angels have protected already against sorrows and illnesses. What else? The Seven of Wands gets the Page of Pentacles. So there's been some resistance to try something new here. Seven of Wands is about resistance. Page of Pentacles is learning something new, trying something new. Clean slate, starting over. Forgiveness in a challenging situation. Seven of Wands in this deck is a 29, which breaks down to 11, which is the House of Friends. It is also about stability and foundations of self and this home and this partnership. The Seven of Wands, this card says the angels have provided liberation. So y'all are already free. You just don't feel free because y'all haven't communicated yet. Angels have provided deliverance from both enemies, or deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. So, you know who your enemies are. Your enemies should not be in your own camp, because reconciliation is available. Page of Pentacles in this is a 13, breaks down to a 4. We've already talked about the 4th house of home, comfort, and stability. But in this card, the angels are providing loyalty and allegiance for this situation. Friendship and reconciliation. I had already said before, 9 times out of 10, when these masculines come forth and resolve these situations, there is friendship and reconciliation to be had. If this is concerning a feminine in any other aspect of her life, she does not have to be afraid. He or she, it's just energy, but the divine feminine does not have